Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Revit project that we started from the first part. This is the second part of this project, and this is where we left this project. This was the first part of this project. We managed to finish the walls, and even we put the stair, and then we also put the floor. If you come to the ground floor, this is what we have. And I promised you that when we resume this project, we shall be able to furnish this room so that they are functional, because your floor plan has to be functional. Before you go to facading, you must ensure that your floor plan is functional. So for that matter, our task today was supposed to furnish these rooms, but there's one correction I want to make here. I want to change this washroom to this part. Remember, this is the sitting room or the living room. This is supposed to be the dining. Then this is supposed to be the laundry area. Then this is the pantry, and this area is the kitchen. So these two, this one is a bedroom one, this is bedroom two. But if you look critically, you can't have the common washroom here, because this common washroom will be accessed by visitors. For example, you have visitors who will come here for a very short time. That means you don't want your visitors to come all the way to this area, which seems to be a little bit private, because this is a bedroom, this is a bedroom, so you don't want your visitors to over move to this area. That's why I want to shift this washroom to this side. So we're going to create a washroom here, which is 1.3 by 1.5. So we shall just offset this wall. We have started today's work actually. We're going to offset this wall by let's say 1.5, just like that. And then of course I want to trim. Remember, use the offset which is OF to offset this. And then we are going to use the trim slice extend to corner to extend this wall to this new wall that we just created. And then we have to escape so that the mouse can be free for the next set of action. So I'm going to take my align dimension tool, which is the DI. It is used to measure what you have created. I remember we gave this 1.5, so we're going to click on the wall that we just created. We're going to give it 1.5. Remember, the 200 has gone to the thickness of the wall. So we want to also make this wall offset some wall here at 3.5. So I'll come to my offset tool, which is the OF. And then I'll write here in the offset, I'll write 1.3. So I'll offset here just like that. Then we shall escape a few times so that the mouse can be ready. So I'm going to split this wall using the split tool, which is SL in shortcut. You can split here just like that. You can escape. Then I'll click on this, I'll delete it so that we have this. And then before we continue, we need to take the measurement of this wall. Let me first take this one a little bit inside. So we shall use our align dimension tool to measure here and here, just like that. And then we click on the wall we just created, we make it 1.3, just like that. Then of course this part here we're going to leave it open. So I'll come to my trim, slice extend, I'll trim this and extend it to this so that this part can be open. So our washroom is here. And then for this part here, we now need to find a way of how we can utilize it. So what I am going to do here, I'm going to first of all delete this, and then I'll also delete this. All we can do is we are going to shift this room a little bit inside, so we can offset this wall outwardly 3.6. You come to your offset tool, you give it 3.6, then you can offset this one here. Of course, you know that is not 3.6, so you come to your line dimension, you measure here and here. So the remaining 200, we need to get it by clicking on the wall we just created, and then we give here 3.6, just like that. Then of course we are going to trim. We are going to trim. First of all, you come to your trim slash extend, which is the TR. You trim this, you extend it to that, then this one to this. So for this one here, you can drag it. You can drag this one just here like that, like a normal human being. So I think now for this one we can extend it. You just come to your trim, extend this to this. But now if you extend this one to here, you realize it is going to trim off some parts. So this is not ideal. You can align. You can use a line tool, but I think it will be better if you just drag this one. Drag it like that. However, I still feel these areas are not having a lot of they're not having a lot of privacy because of this staircase. This staircase is really in a very wrong place, because this is where bedroom is. This is another bedroom, and so many people are going to want to access the upper floor. When they are going to the upper floor, they'll use this staircase to access the upper floor, which makes this floor plan a little bit unfunctional. However, it can really function, but you need to consider these things really very well when you are doing your designs. So for that matter, I think we can rethink of this space here. So what I am going to do, we can bring our staircase here. Let's see how much space it has taken. It is 2.4. So I'll bring my staircase this side. So what I'll do, you come to your architecture. If you want to draw a stair, then you look for stair. So we can just draw our stair like this. Can draw from here, let's say here, and then we leave some space just like that. You can leave some space which will be for the landing. Let's say I'm leaving a space here. Let me see. Let's draw something like that. You see that? If I say okay, and you come to your 3D, you'll see we have a stair here. We have this staircase. However, this staircase is pushing a little bit outside, so don't worry about this. We are going to fix it. So for now, we are going to create another wall, but let's first align this stair. You can click on any wall. You come to the align, which is the AL. You click on it. You align this part of the wall with the outer part of this stair so that the stair comes inside. Then I also want to align this part with this part of the stair so that the stair can enter inside like that. So we are going to create a wall here. Let's click on this. Then we are going to create similar by just using the create similar tool, which is CS in short form. Can click here, then bring it here just like that. And then of course we can trim it. We can use our trim. You click here and then you trim here, so this part of the stair will be open. And then I can come to my align. I will align this side of the stair with this part of the wall so that the wall can cover the stair very well. Now we still want to hide this stair completely, and what next can we do? I guess we shall just now bring this wall outside. Does it make sense? I think let's push this stair a little bit inside from this point. For now, we can use our trim to bring this wall to this one, just like that. Then we come to our line. We align the interior of this wall with the exterior of the stair so that the stair comes inside, just like that. You escape. So let's bring this align this measurement inside. So just like that, the staircase has been made. Now that the staircase has fit here, we are going to, let's first of all click on it, and the base level is okay, the settings okay, the base level is ground floor, the top level is first floor, which is okay. So we're going to now remove the staircase from here. We shall delete this one, just delete. Then we need to think of this space now, how we're going to utilize this space. That means we're going to, remember this stair has taken some part of our sitting room or the living room. So we're going to extend this bedroom a little bit. It has to, I think, come a little bit outside. And then this part, or else we're going to extend that bedroom this side so that we can also have another kind of shape there. So this room will also shift inside. So for now, let me delete this. Then let me delete also this wall. So we're going to offset this wall 3.6. Let me see if we have set it here. Where it's going to be our door? I think no. What I'll do, if I extend this one here, this is 1.3. Let me extend this. Let me try and pull this one here, just like that. And then because we can't have a corridor here that is going nowhere, that means this plan is not working. So for now, let me bring this back. Let's just bring this room this side. So I'm going to offset this wall. You come to your offset 3.6 already here. So we have set in that side. But of course, you know this is not enough. Click here, you click here. Using the align dimension tool, you click there, the wall you created, you make it 3.6, just like that. Then we are going to trim this to that, just like that. We are going to delete this. We're going to trim using the trim tool this to that. And then of course we want to extend this one here. This one has to extend to this wall here. And then this one has to come back here. And then let's see what we have here. This is a little bit large. That means we need to reduce this wall here. If we are going to reduce this wall here, what shall we have on this part here? So that means this wall has to come a little bit inside. So we shall use this one. We come to our offset. We shall offset it. Not that. Okay, we're going to offset this side. We shall offset this one here 3.5, 3.6 rather. come here, you do your measurements like that. You click on the wall you just created, you make it 3.6, just like that. So we can now trim using the trim tool. You trim this to that, and then you trim this one to this, so this measurement can go. Now our wall or our room is back to life. This one is here, this one is here. Then we need to find a way of having privacy for these rooms, because they are really just open. However, you remember we created a floor, and now you realize this part doesn't have a floor, and the floor also overextends to this other side. So if you want to edit a floor, after clicking on the floor, you come to this edit boundary. When you click on it, it will give you these red lines. Now we can just bring them here. We can come to our pick line. You can pick, I'll simply pick here this line. That is enough. Then this side, I'll pick this, I'll pick this, I'll pick this, I'll pick that. So you come to your trim. You're going to trim this to this. You're going to trim this to that. You're going to trim this to this. Then this one will just extend here like that. Then this part, this one goes there. Then you can delete this one here. So and then you trim this and trim this to this. So when you click OK, it will now have all these things inside. All the walls are inside. I feel this stair, let's push it a little bit inside. So for you to edit stair, after clicking on it, you come to edit stair here. When you click on it again, it will show you these things. You can pick this angle here, you can push it inside. When you reduce here the steps, it will increase the steps on the other side, just like that, you see. So the steps have been increased on the upper side and reduced on the lower side. So I feel now here it is a little bit straight, and feel that is okay for us. And then this space here, I think is, let me see what we have. If you click here and you do this measurement, click here, then this face and this one here is 5.1. I think this can be enough anyway. This can be enough. This can be enough. So this part here, we're going to really reduce it. We don't need it to extend all the way. So for you to reduce it, I want to align it to this surface. So I'll come to my align. I'll click on this surface where I want it to align to. You have seen it has drawn that line. When you pick this, it will take it to that line. So the way this align tool works is, you first click on the, after picking the align tool, you click on the surface that is going to act as the target. Then after picking the target, you can now choose what they call operator, or what you want to change. So you first pick the target, then it will change towards the target. And then this wall, I think we should also bring it here. It will align with this tier. I'll bring this. I'll first click on this line, then I'll click on that. It aligns there. We can even do the same this side. We can do this. This part of the stair can align with this wall, just like that. See that? Something like that. So that the stair is covered with walls all around. So make sure you always save your work after doing a number of changes. Okay, now we need to start putting our components, that's doors, windows and stuff like that, to see how this room is going to work. But I'm still seeing some challenges here. For example, now this room needs total privacy. This part of the house needs privacy because it is really open. This area is supposed to be completely private in terms of their spaces. Because now here, if you put this door here and another door here, these doors are not going to be, they are not really going to be helpful at all. They will not be protected from the public eyes, because this is going to be our dining. People can see here, living room here, people will be moving a lot here. So we need to find a way of how to make this area so private. So I think the best way we can achieve that is to create a washroom. I'm going to create a washroom here for, I think, the master bedroom, and the washroom is going to take off some part of this area so that we can make sure the doors of these rooms are going to be this side, on this wall here, this facing each other this side, instead of them facing the interior of the house. So let's try and do that. I'll pick my offset tool, then I can offset a washroom of 1.8, because this is master washroom. It will be a little bit bigger, master washroom. Then I want to extend it a little bit this side, just like that, maybe even further. Then I'll pick on this, I'll offset this, let's say 1.8 again. Then let's trim this to that, just like that. Then we trim again this one to this, just like that. This one can take it back a little bit, just like that. And then of course this one has to go there. And let me first delete this measurement. So let's measure this to this 1.6, this to this 1.6. So this is not enough for a master washroom. So I remember I wanted this one to be 1.8, just like that. Then I wanted this to be also 1.8, since we are mostly doing squares, so we can have something like that. Then this part of the wall will now disappear. Now our next room is going to start from this wall. We can drag this wall all the way to this part here. So our next room is going to start from here. Let's see the distance we have here. So this distance is 1.8, which I believe is not really so bad. Or else we can push this washroom a little bit inside. Let's do this, just like that. And then this wall, we're going to extend it inside, maybe let it be just 1.2 or 1.3 here. And then we shall offset this wall inside by 1.8 or even 2 meters. This is a master washroom. So here, so if we delete that, we use our measurement to do this, and then we click on the wall we have just created, we make it 2 meters inside. And then we can trim with our trim tool to extend it to that part, just like that. Then we can do this measurement for this part and this part, and then this part. So we shall just click on this wall and extend this to 3.6, something like that. Now we have created space here, as you can see. That means for someone to access these rooms, they will access it from this side. We can now have a door here and also a door here. However, this part of the house doesn't look practical. This is 1.1, so we can extend this wall to this part here. All you need is the align tool. You click on this surface and also that surface to align them perfectly like that. However, it has changed our measurements for both the washroom and also this one here. But you can click on this. Let's first move this one a little bit here. You can click on this. You bring it back to 3.6, just like that. Then the washroom, I think, okay, let me just bring it back to 2 meters. I was about to leave it at 1.8 because I still felt that can work perfectly well. So just like that, you see how we have changed this layout. Now the stair is in an open space where anyone can access it. Anyone can move up and come down without any interruptions. And then the washroom, the common washroom, can also be accessed by any visitor who is here for a very short time. They can easily access this common washroom and they can access the dining, and people from the dining, the laundry, they can access this one without any interaction from the common washroom here. I mean from these bedrooms. So now these bedrooms are really protected from the public eyes. So the doors are going to be this side. One door will be here, another door will be here. However, I want to push this one a little bit outside. I feel I want to align this to this also. So I'll just click on my align tool, click on this, you click on that. It's really very important to have your rooms well aligned like that. It's actually supposed to be this one aligning with that, just like that. It's very, very important to have your walls aligned like this, and practically this is how things are done. So you don't have to really have your walls moving in all directions. So for that matter, I think I was going to suggest something. What if we align this to this? We can still have 1.3, which is really big. This 1.3 can still work. So just like that, we have our washroom here. Then of course we can even create the washroom for this room also attached to this, right? We can do that. So we can just click on this wall, we offset it. We can offset this one. We don't need a lot of space for this one here. You can offset that 1.5. You use your align dimension tool to measure it. You click on the wall you just created, you can take it to 1.5, just like that. So now you can trim, you extend this to that, and then you can come to a split tool, the SL, you can split that, and then delete this off. So now we have a washroom here at 1.3 by 1.5, which is very, very big. So this one is now complete. You see that? I believe you are seeing what is really taking place here. We have really changed a lot here in terms of how this space will work. Now, this, you see, these rooms are now easily accessible from this side and they are really protected from the public eye. No one can see inside any of the rooms. Even this washroom, the door will be inside here or here. Then this washroom, the door will be inside. So if people even move around here, it will have nothing to do with the privacy of these rooms. Even from the kitchen, we're protected. So I think for now, this layout makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know how you feel about these changes we have made, but personally, I feel this is the best we can do. Because one, every room must have access to natural light, and if you look at all our rooms, they have access to natural light. Even the staircase must have access to natural light. That means every room must be attached to the outside part of the house. As you can see here, every room is on the outer, has access to the outer side of the wall. So that is how you're supposed to design a modern functional house. The rooms have to be functional. But for now, these rooms are not actually functional. You can only know that your rooms are functional when you have placed components inside and they are fit very well and nothing is being affected by them. So that's the next thing we are going to do now. For now, we are going to start with our openings. Let's start with our doors. So if you want to place a door, all you need to do is you come to the architecture tab, you look for door, which is actually just the next after the wall. Click on the door. Of course, when you click on the door, it will show you these doors. When you click on this drop down, you'll see some few numbers of doors here. These are doors given by Revit, right? These are doors given by Revit, but we have those that can be downloaded from other websites like Beam Objects, 3D Warehouse, Revit libraries. There are so many websites that create components that you can use in Revit. Unlike ArchiCAD, for Revit you have very few components from the Revit itself unless you download. So if you don't have the library, you can go ahead and download these things from the websites I've told you. Beam Objects, 3D Warehouse, you can download those ones, or you can simply use these ones. But I'm very sure no one wants to use these doors the way they are, because these are really basic. They are wooden, and these days people want to use glass doors. So for that case, for me, I have my library. So after selecting the door like this, I look for Lord Family, which is here on our right side. You can find it from here, or in the door tab, you click on Edit Type. Then from the Edit Type here, instead of editing anything, you go to Load. From here, you can load. It will take you to your library folder. So my library folder, Revit, libraries here. So I have my doors here. You see these? These are libraries that I downloaded from Beam Objects. So for now, let me try this door. Let me try this door and see if it will work for us. They say the family is not of category correct. This is how sometimes they behave when the category is not exactly what you are using. This is window, this is window. I'm looking for a door. Double glass solid door. This one is not displaying, but let's try and load it and see. I guess this one is accepting. Takes some bit of time because these components are a little bit heavy, so we shall wait a little bit as it loads. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, I'll encourage you to subscribe because we have so many projects coming. Now this door is loading, as you can see here. After this project, I think we can try a bungalow. Now the door has loaded. So from here you can simply click OK. And then it will be active. You can place it here. Trust me, this door it can't cut instances of door. So we are going to cancel it because this door is really big. This door we picked was so big. However, we can edit it. I will go to door again. It is here. I'll edit type. This time here in these dimensions we can edit. You can see here the door width is 6,000. That is in meters. Imagine. Okay, it is 6 meters and it is 6,000 millimeters. But our room, if you look at our house, the dimension for that part is even less than 6 meters. So we are going to change this dimension here. I think 2 meters. 2 meters can work for us. Let's try 2 meters and see. And then I'll click apply, and then OK. Just like that. Now when you bring it here, you realize it cannot fit well, perfectly well. So we shall escape. Then when you click here, what you don't realize is when you see these icons, when they are outside, that means this door is opening inside. But every exterior door has to open from the outside. You open it outside. And every interior door has to open towards the inside, unless if the interior room or interior space has little space to open the door inwardly. So every exterior door opens outwardly, every interior door opens inwardly. So we're going to click on this icon here to flip it inside, just like that. That means now the door is opening outside. You can open it from the outside. Let's go to our 3D and see what we have. So our door is here. As you can see, our door has been placed here very well. I think I like it. Yeah. So when you click on it and you scroll towards the property panel, towards the end you see the head height. The head height is this upper part of the door, or where the ring beam, commonly known as the ring beam, starts. So this part is supposed to be even for all the openings, like windows, doors, they're supposed to be the same. So we need to have a round figure. Now I want to make this 2.4 in total. For you to make it 2.4, that means you need to change the height of this door. You can only do that after selecting the door. You edit type from here. Then here, if you realize they are saying the door height here is 2.4, but outside there it is 2.5450. That means we are going to reduce this by 50. It will be 350. So this will be 350, just like that. When we apply and we say OK, like that. When you come here, you see now the head height is 2.4, which I think is okay for a room or for a wall that is sitting 3.5 high. So we have placed one door, just like that. We have placed one door. Now we are going to continue placing doors, windows in all the spaces. Now let's click on this door. For me, I want the space from the door to the wall to be only 100 millimeters. That 100 millimeters is just the space for the wall to be fitted on the wall. Yeah, the door to fit on the wall, so you give some little space there. And the reason why I've put this door here, you see our staircase is this side. That means someone can enter from here direct to the top floor without having to interrupt people who are seated here. That's the reason why I have this door here. Otherwise I could have put it here. Now you have to go like this, and then you come here. So this door corresponds with this staircase so that people can easily access this part, and someone can also move straight like this up to the kitchen, up to the dining, without affecting this part of the room. So after this door, we can place the interior doors. The same way we got this door in the library. If you don't have the library, you just go to architecture, you come to door, you use the doors these people have, you place them the way we have placed these ones. So now for me, I am going to the next stage. I'm going to say I want to edit this type. Instead of going to load family direct, I want to edit this type. I'll load here. For the interior rooms, I'll just go with these wooden doors. The wooden doors can actually work for the interior space. I'll click OK. I think let me use this one, or even this one. These ones all look okay. Let me click OK and load and see what we have. So it is loading. It has loaded. When I click OK, I hope it will not change this one. It has not caused any damages. So I'll place one door here, and then we can escape. Can place another one here, and then I'm going to place another door here. I'll place another door here. I think for the kitchen, I want the kitchen to really be open. I don't want to have a door in the kitchen. Maybe even the pantry, I'll have a door for moving outside the kitchen. I'll have a door here. Oh, this side can have a door here for people to move outside the house. So you realize these doors are facing anyhow, but a door is supposed to really open towards the wall. So we shall click on this door, we flip it with this thing so that it can be towards the wall. So when you click on it, as usual, we shall make this 100 closer to the wall. And then this one is already flipped, so we shall just make this 100 closer to the wall. Just like that, you can see now these doors can't be seen from outside here. When you are in this space, no one can see inside these rooms. Then this one we have to flip it to this side. Then this one will be 100, just like that. Oh, what did we do? Let's click on it again, and then let's see. First just move it like that. Move it. I don't know why it is not giving us that measurement. I guess we have too many lines here. Let's try that. Anyways, let's leave it at that. Then this one here, I want to flip it outside. It has to open outside just like that. Then I'll flip it this side, so it will open outside and towards also this pantry which is a store. The reason why I'm putting it here, I could have put it here towards this wall, but I feel since the pantry is here, for example, if they are bringing charcoal, you don't need to come from this and then you enter. So this you can easily access the pantry from here. If you don't want to call it pantry, you can say the store. You can easily access the store from here. So I think we can also have a door for the store. Let me first move this measurement there. We can have this door. If you want to put the same door for this pantry, you click on the door. You remember our create similar. tool. You create similar. Where can I have this? I think I can have it here. But really this pantry doesn't need a door, because this door is going to occupy all the space for nothing. What we are going to do, you click on this wall, you come to your split tool, the SL, you can split it here, then you just create a space. Or we are going to use an opening, just like that. Now we can increase it so that it is at least 1000 plus. So this is 700. It is still small. Can click on that. You increase it to, let's say here I'll increase it to 800 on that, towards that wall. Then I'll click on this. I'll increase it by 1000, just like that. So now we have this open space for our pantry, which is the store. Then the same thing we are going to do for the kitchen. You click on this wall, you come to your split. You can also split it here. I also want the kitchen to have an open door. I don't need to create a door for this kitchen. We're going to use our line dimension to align, to measure these two. And then of course we shall click on that. We click on this, we make it 1K, just like that. So this space is open. We can delete this measurement, even this one here. So anyone can now access the kitchen from here. You can move your food to the dining without any hassle. And then the pantry, you can also move your things from outside. You can bring them to the pantry without any hassle. And then these rooms are protected. This one is also protected. So we're going to create more doors for the washroom, for this common washroom. First of all, let's see the measurement for this door. We're going to click on this door. So I'll come to edit. You realize when you come to your 3D, those interior doors, let me just use this one here. You see this door here, the head height is not 2.4. That means we have varying head heights for these doors. Remember, the first door we gave the head height 2.4. That means all the openings are going to have a head height of 2.4. So we need to take care of this. We make sure this head height is 2.4. We're going to edit type. Then from here we shall look for the height. The height here is 2.111. So all we need to do is just to change this to 400. Then you apply, you say okay. So now you see the head height is 2.4. Let's see what we have inside. Let's try and check the doors inside. That has 2.4. Now it has made all of them 2.4, which is exactly what we want to achieve. So back to our ground floor. I feel for the washrooms we need really glass doors. We don't need, maybe for this outside washroom we can use this one here. Let's click here, we create similar, we can place it here, just like that. But you realize this takes like 900 of our space here, which could be used for other things. So it's always ideal to have a sliding door for washroom, so that I'm going to delete this, so that you don't take a lot of the space that is already small. So let's go to our architecture. Then we're looking for door. We're going to edit. Then we're going to load. So this is a glass door, but these are curtain wall doors. Then this is a door swing. It's for interior, I guess. So double door. This one is big. There's this one here. This one is also big. Then there's this door. There's this door. Let's try this one here, or even this. Oh, we can try this sliding door. We make it smaller. Let's try and open it and load it into our project. So it is loading. Please make sure you subscribe to Lulua Tech Design and also Lulua TV. Actually, we have a sister company called the Lulua TV. You can check it out. So this door is so huge. Then we want the width of this door. The width is going to be, let's say, just 900. Then of course the height is going to be this. So let's first apply, then we say okay. So we can place it in this one here, this washroom. So you see now the door is not taking a lot of our space inside. So if I click on this, I come to create similar, I can take it to this washroom, can take it to also this washroom, and then where else? I want to go to the room and see how this is. So the interior doors, I remember telling you, they open inwardly. That means this one will open inwardly, this one will open inwardly, so this one will open inwardly, just like that. If I click here, I want this one to be I think should be this side. This side should be 100, closer to this wall. And then this one here, 100. No, should be this side, I guess. This one should be 100, closer to this wall. Then this one, this side is already okay. So I think our doors, we are done with the doors. However, I don't want this door to be the wooden door, because it is leading us outside. I'm going to create this door. I'll say create similar, I'll bring it here, then I make it to open outside. I'll click on it, I'll click that, it flips it to open outside. When I click on this, I change this to 100, just like that. So now we are done with our doors. For sure, we are done with our doors. We have doors for everything. Now our main entrance is here. This door goes to this bedroom, this one goes to that bedroom, this one is for this washroom, this one for escaping out from the kitchen and for bringing things inside to the pantry. This one goes to this common washroom. Just like that, we are done with our doors. So let's go to windows. The same way we placed the doors, we shall also come to architecture. Instead of door, we are going to windows. The shortcut is WN. So when you click on windows, if you don't have the library, the same thing that you did with the doors, you can also pick these windows that Revit is giving you. However, for me, I am not going with this. I'll edit this. I'll come to the load. I'll go to these windows. I'll load the windows from the library because I don't want to have that kind of windows you are going to use. So I think I want to use this double window. Let me open and see. It seems to be a very big window, but I love large windows because now we are looking for air circulation and we want our rooms to have a lot of air circulation. The rooms will not be hot. So when you click OK, now the window is active. So here we are going to, I think I'll place one window here. When you put it on the wall, it will give you the dimensions on both sides so that you can balance it in the middle. So I'll put one window there. This side I will not put this window because we are going to put a window for this washroom. So we shall have two windows here for these washrooms. Then I'll put another window here, just like that. I'll flip it later. Then we need the window for this the lobby or laundry. And then we need the window here for this dining. So I've placed I'm going to flip these windows outside. All of them have to open outside, like that. All the windows will open outside, just like that. Now you remember we have rooms that we have left without windows. It's not that we have forgotten about them, we have left them purposely. These two washrooms, then this washroom, and also the staircase plus the pantry, we have purposely left them out. So the reason why I've left them out is because these are smaller spaces and they need a different kind of windows, special slit windows, windows that have one leaf. So I'm going to go back to my architecture. I'll come to window, I'll go to edit type, I'll load. This time I'm going to pick this type of window. Oh, this one here, I think. Yeah, this one here. And this is actually a door. I was about to pick a door as a window. So this one here is going to work for us. So I'll pick this window, I'll open it here, I'll let it load into our project and wait for it to load. It has loaded, so a little bit of time. So I'll click OK. The window is active, so I can now place in this part, all the parts that we left out. We're going to place windows there. That one is warning us, it doesn't matter, we shall handle it later. Want a window here. We even want a window for this staircase. However, for the staircase, okay, let's first leave it like that. So I'll flip all these windows to open outside. This has to open outside, this has to open outside. However, we didn't balance it, though it looked like balance, but it was on the other wall, much more on the other wall. This will be maybe 180, I guess, just like that. Looks to be a little bit balanced. Then this one has to open outside. This opens outside. For windows, they're supposed to be in the middle, unlike those that are towards another wall or 100 millimeters closer to a wall for fitting. For windows, you can place them in the middle of the wall of the house, I mean specific side, so that it balances all the sides. So now we have placed all our windows. However, let's first click on this window and see the head height. Now you see the head height of this window is 350 less by our head height of 2.4. So we're going to click on edit type after selecting the window. However, these are slit windows. I want them to be really slim. First of all, the width. I want a width of let's say just 800. Then the height will now be, remember that height we have is less by 350. So 350 plus this will be 550, I guess. 550 let's try that and see what we have. So yeah, we have achieved it. We have achieved that. So this, if you select all the windows, they are now slit, and the measurements are also okay. The head height is okay, and the width is what I wanted. So let's go to the 3D and see what we have. You see that? You see the slit windows and the large windows, and this is the escape door, which is a little bit smaller. This is 900 millimeters. This is a bigger window. Then here we only have slit windows, because this side we have a bigger window. Here we have this door. Then we shall need we shall try to work on some things to ensure that there are more openings. We can do curtain walls and stuffs like that to create more openings here. However, every room now has natural light. They have natural light and of course air circulation with these openings. If you see here, every room, even the staircase has a window. This one has a window. This has a window, door, window. So this is how it is supposed to be. This is how it is supposed to be. So I guess we have one work to do before we finish this video. Let's click on, in the 3D, let's click on the floor plan. I mean the floor. We edit boundary. We go back to our ground floor and extend it to the areas that have not been taken care of. Basically this one. So we shall come to pick line. We shall just pick this one here. That is enough really to solve our problem. So you shall come to trim. We extend this one to that. That is it. Then this one you just delete. Then this you can trim it to this, just like that. So our floor is now okay. It is covering the entire house. There's no part that has been left out. So just like that, I think our openings are done. To continue this video, I promise you next time when we come back, we are going to place components. What really took a lot of our time today is the changing of these rooms, because remember we had our washroom, common washroom somewhere here. We removed it. We had the staircase this side. We removed it. We brought it towards the main entrance. We also brought the common washroom towards the main entrance. So we changed a lot of things here. I really think this plan, or this floor plan, is far much better than what we had before. Far much better. One, the privacy of these rooms are guaranteed. Then the circulation around here is also okay. So I don't think someone can even give us a lot of questions when it comes to this floor plan. So this is actually the most important part of construction or designing your floor plan. That's why we take a lot of time understanding this floor plan and making sure that everything is perfect before we can proceed with facading. Because facading is a little bit easier, you can finish it quite faster, but the floor plan has to be functional before you can proceed to any facading work. The floor plan has to make sense first before the facading. That's exactly what we are doing. So today we are going to stop here. This is where the project stopped. This is where we stop with our project. And please prepare for the next set of action. After this video, we're going to come back with our next part of this project. And please do subscribe. And of course, I wish you the best of your time. Take care. See you again in the next one. Thank you.